What's going on, guys? Seth and Chevy here doing a TLG Reacts to the State of Play that happened a day ago, June 4th. And yeah, we're going to watch through it. We haven't seen it. I've had a couple things spoiled for me at this point because it has been a whole day since this was revealed, but nothing major. I haven't seen anything like video-wise. I've been on the internet, so I've seen a couple things talked about. And I'm excited to see more on those, but also excited to see what I haven't seen here. And yeah, we're a day late. It's been a very busy week. It's been a very prior obligations that were planned for this week. I did not think about the week we were doing this, and now we have a lot of shit going on in real life and for the channel on the same week. So we are playing catch up, but I'm excited to watch this. And yeah, how you doing, Chevy? And did you get anything spoiled for you? Or excited to watch this? And yeah,
doing good considering. As far as spoilers go, I saw a couple day of, unfortunately, and I really wish I wouldn't have because they're, for me, pretty big ones. And then, I've seen a couple things here and there today as well, but like you said, it's a day later. It's kind of impossible to avoid for too long. So
yeah, I'm actually surprised how little spoilers I've seen so far. So either that means this didn't have anything to show, or I just somehow dodged some stuff. But one of the things that got spoiled for me yesterday, which feels pretty minor, although I'm pretty excited about it. It's a long-running leak. I opened Steam, and it was right there in the front. So I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, funny. Yeah, ironically, most of my spoilers came from, one came from TikTok, which was weird because I don't have any gaming stuff on my TikTok. And then one was on YouTube because YouTube, we sometimes use it for the channel. And so I got a game suggestion on there. I was like, all right, cool. Well, I know that exists now.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, we should probably start watching this. This is 55 minutes, and I don't got much extra time this week, so let's just jump into it. This is State of Play of June 4th in 3, 2, 1, and go. And if you want us to do a reaction to the Witcher 4 tech demo, let us know in the comments. I'm open to doing that.
Just gonna have to find a moment to squeeze it in.
Yeah. Tetris Effect 2. Has similar vibes.
True.
Without the Tetris things, whatever the hell they're called. Tetra something. Already getting dinged on YouTube.
I would say 5 ways though, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe not that thing.
That's my favorite thing.
Is this Lumines?
I don't know.
Well, your Tetris vibes are doing the money. Basically, it's the PSP style one. A style game from the PSP. Holy crap. It's been a while since I've seen it, but
So they saw Tetris Effect and they're like, we're gonna do that too, which is fine.
I think it was kind of like this, anyways. Just not as
It has like crazy
flashy.
visuals like this.
I'm pretty sure, just not as that's interesting. It was like the first PSP, I think. So yeah, it wasn't like super crazy, but it definitely was like a music base with visuals.
I've seen that name before, but it's even got fucking VR like fucking Tetris Effect. I've seen that name before. I always thought it was Lumines.
It might be.
I don't know. I've never played it.
Lumines Arise のトレーラー楽しんでいただけたでしょうか。この秋、PlayStation 5、PSVR2 対応で発売予定です。Lumines Arise はバラエティ豊かな曲と美しいビジュアルが没入感を高め、いつまでも遊びたくなるゲーム体験となっています。その世界はとても心地よく、プレイヤーを共感覚の世界へと導きます。
Did you forget your fears? That's quite the claim.
テトリスエフェクトを一度遊んだことがある人はわかると思いますが、
Oh, yep.
Lumines Arise はただのパズルゲームではありません。
It's a
夏
very
にシ
similar
ングルと
vibe.
マルチプレイの体験版を配信予定です。ぜひ皆さん手に取っ
Oh,
て
cool.
遊んでみてください。
Thank you and
I'm
enjoy
definitely
the
curious.
rest
I
of
like
the state
Tetris
of
Effect. I just never pulled the trigger on buying it. I think I'd
Cool.
played yours. Waking up.
Yeah, waking up. What kind of fucking question is that?
It isn't just a dream. It's a promise. One we're turning into reality. With our third generation of Luna filament and advanced generative AI, we're reshaping the line between dreams and reality. We create life for our future.
It's the beginning of a horror movie.
Delphi Corporation.
Okay.
Let's see about getting passed through to Earth. And why are these things trying to kill us?
There you are. All better.
Oh no, this is that one game. Pragmata? Is that the name it's called? The astronaut guy? I keep forgetting Capcom's making this.
DI-03367.
Whoa,
Yeah.
hang on a second. Don't you have a name or something?
That's a lot of hair, dude.
This looks way better than it did originally.
Oh, yeah.
I think I can help.
Targets identified. Neutralizing threats.
Neutralize us?
Looks like we're gonna have to fight our
Hey,
way
dude,
through.
taking children into battle.
This is like a Kojima Dead
Bypassing
Space.
First and second firewalls. Hooking
that's
control
fine.
protocols. Initiating hack.
Oh, that's not a child. That's a robot.
Hey, D.I.
I said I am
Okay.
DI-0.
Look, how about we call you Diana?
Diana?
Okay. I didn't even know they were planning on releasing it in 2025 originally.
It's a nice looking game.
Yeah, hopefully it's cool. I'd like them to have a new IP that's worth a damn. They always have experimental new IPs that are fun, but I'm like, this is not gonna last.
I was gonna say the combat looked fun enough, but we saw a little bit. So.
It's alright.
Awesome. I love curry.
Graphics were good though.
Apparently the current president is actually a humane. What does that mean? It's okay. I'll get it.
This is like one of those Eastern European cartoons I've seen.
Romeo! Romeo! Stay with me!
That's quite.
You're gonna die! Romeo, listen up! You're gonna die in about 15 seconds! Seriously?
guy.
Seriously, don't worry. I made this just in case. The dead gear life support system. Don't move, okay?
What are we doing?
I don't know. This is fucking wild.
You're already half dead. From now on, you're half dead man. No, wait, that's pretty lame. Dead man! From now on, you're dead man.
What?
What?
Why does that look so different
This-
than the weird cartoony look?
I'll say this is far more interesting now.
That beginning was very interesting to me. This just looks like an action game, which it looks pretty cool, but that art style in the beginning was crazy.
I was getting what was that one Capcom zombie game called again?
Well, I can't remember now. Holy shit.
Yeah, I was kind of getting those vibes for a little bit.
Dead Rising.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Romeo is a dead man.
I'm more than kind of interested in that.
Maybe.
Huh? That was Grandpa's voice. Are you like a spirit?
I'm on your back.
What?
Both that game and Pragmata. Oh, Suda 51, that makes complete sense.
Yeah.
Both those games kind of remind me of like PS3, early PS4 era games with better graphics, obviously.
Yeah.
But they're like third-person action games. They're kind of like crazy.
Yeah.
Kind of neat.
いえいえ。皆さんトレーラーどうでした？グラスホッパーの久々の新作、ロミオ・イザ・デッドマンです。いよいよ発表できました。このゲームはですね、主人公のロミオが、ロミオ・スターゲーザーという名前なんですが、かっこいいでしょ。
Yeah, it's pretty
時
cool.
空犯罪
Pretty cool name.
FBI 捜査官として、凶悪なですね指名手配犯をさまざまな時空に飛んで、倒していく、そんな、ブラッディなアクションゲームとなっています。そして今回はですね、剣だけじゃありません、銃も使えます。ストロングスタイルのアクションゲームとして、チーム一丸となって頑張って作ってます。そしてなんで、タイトルがですねロミオなのにデッドマンなのか、それは皆さんぜひ続行をお待ちください。プレイステーション30周年過ぎちゃいましたけどおめでとうございます。それでは引き続きステートオブプレイをお楽しみください。
30 years old.
PlayStation?
Yeah.
He didn't do your anniversary loading stuff?
No.
Oh, it's pretty.
Silent Hill.
サクコ、どこ行くの？こっち通るの珍しい
We'll
ね。
see if it's good.
誰かと喋りたくて。私も後から行くね。うん。じゃあね。裏切り者。誰もいないの。足の悪いおばあちゃんまでいないなんて、こんなの絶対に変。誰もいないし、気味の悪い怪物がうろつき回ってるし。いや、キラコ。
Typical. It's so bright. No dark areas?
いいよね。何でも持ってる。そんなあんたがいなくなってくれるんだからせいせいする。一人は嫌だよ。寂しいよ。ずっと一緒だよって約束したよね。暗いのは嫌。一人ぼっちは嫌。
Dang, no, nada.
How these monsters fucking fight, you might as well have some goddamn weapons.
I say I like the monster designs, but
Yeah, I suppose it looks scary. Like it just kind of looked like an action game. But I'm curious.
The castle has been sighted again. The
Why'd you let that
church's
happen a
orders are
second time?
absolute. These human sacrifices must be stopped.
We will track the ethereal castle, break its gates, and exterminate the creatures that dwell within. The Demon Lord himself will fall by our hand. This mission will test the limits of your courage. You will face horrors beyond your darkest imaginings. Beasts that defy reason. Creatures born of pure darkness.
Can't tell if it's co-op or if you're fucking, you have like an NPC with you.
Right.
Or some kind of mechanic where you can control their attacks or something.
Dang, dude, you ate the curry plate and all?
With me! Cross!
Reaper! Tonight, we start our mission!
Oh, yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, it looks pretty okay.
So you've come, dogs of the church, right into the palm of my hand.
If it's co-op, that'd be interesting. Otherwise, I think I'd probably skip it.
The visuals of Shinjuku that I'm seeing are a hellscape I can't quite put into words. You've somehow been sent back in time 8 years. But the situation here is critical. I'm counting on you, Agent. Our ultimate mission is to uncover the causality between
This
these
is the same
anomalies.
series we played, right?
Probably a phase electron life.
Did it say Cyber
Is
Sleuth?
that what you call us, Digimon? I'll always be right here with you.
Hopefully it doesn't have a fucking 3 to 5 hour tutorial.
You guys?
Who or what is
Looks
that?
better.
You really don't know anything.
Yeah. Obviously it's newer.
We have been enemies for years now, but this is the first time the Titans have launched an attack on this scale.
We now believe most of the anomalies we've been dealing with stem from Digimon.
It seems the upcoming battle is truly unavoidable.
The world on this end is running out of time.
I'm slightly curious because there's things about Cyber Sleuth that I liked, but would prefer them to be modern in like mechanics and gameplay design and shit.
Yeah.
So, or I can wait like 5 years and play this on PlayStation Plus.
The World Tree has been attacked. It is just as the Great One, Plutomon, said.
It can't protect anyone. We must protect the world from them. For this purpose.
I still like totally don't know what the fuck Digimon's supposed to be like, because like the cartoon or whatever the hell when I was a kid is nothing like all these games.
Yeah.
We must fulfill our mission.
Yeah, I'm completely ignorant on it.
Yeah, the other ones are called Digimon Story 2, but there's two Cyber Sleuth games, so I don't know if they're connected or not.
Gotcha. Oh, yeah. One of the spoilers for me.
Oh, Father, abandon not your way with children of Ivalice. but
Yeah,
deliver
this
us
was
from
spoiled for me
our
too.
sins.
This
So
is
excited.
This is a long time leak, so I've been waiting for it.
If you feel wrong, blame yourself or the father.
So far, everything on that leak list, the NVIDIA leaks, has been correct.
Just waiting on 9.
The
Yep.
powerful must rule the weak. It is our duty. Heavens!
Yeah, and then when I opened Steam, this was on the front page.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
I can go buy it, you're saying?
I don't think it's out, or maybe it is. I don't know, but it was on there. I don't know if it's like a pre-order.
I get to play this on PC.
Do you remember
That'd be
when
cool.
your father showed
Yeah.
us how to make a whistle of a blade of grass?
Because always the phone version's the one you gotta play.
Yeah. That's cool.
Oh, I'm so excited for this. It's funny that Yoshi P's division is the one doing it.
See, it's not out yet.
Hi everyone, I'm Sean Benson.
And I'm Sid Schumann, here to deliver news and release dates for games coming to PS5.
It's cool. Definitely will be picking that up.
Yeah.
We hope you enjoyed that first look at Final Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice Chronicles. The game will include 2 versions of the original PlayStation Classic. The enhanced version, which features improved graphics, fully voiced dialogue, refined gameplay, and much more, as well as the classic version, which brings a faithful recreation of the 1987 original to modern consoles. Final Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice Chronicles, launches on PS5 and PS4.
Full voice acting,
September
though, will be worth playing through it
will be
again.
Available for pre-order later today.
I actually never beat the original, but same for somebody who's
This next game is something really special. When I first played it, I laughed so hard I almost barfed. Let's check it
No
out.
one needed to hear that.
But is there maybe just toilet?
Toilet?
Yeah, I just need to.
Oh, baby steps.
Just normal. Bad.
Hey, just go behind this bush. I'll wait.
I can run away.
Pea shy.
No.
Yeah, no, you don't want me watching.
You can watch.
Yeah, that's a
In
good face
baby
for that
steps,
sentence.
all you have to do is carefully place one foot in front of the other, which is easier said than done. Main character Nate requires some pretty deliberate movement to make even the simplest progress. It's a captivating open-world experience filled with oddball characters.
Here we go. Knock up. Oh no, you found it even without a map. The best toilet on the mountain.
Oh, good.
Definitely check this one
Where's
out when it comes
the
to
walking
PS5
simulator
on September 8th.
fucking complaints for this game? Dude, it's the
Hirogami is a
thing.
unique action-adventure title from Bandai Namco Studios Singapore. In this journey to save your origami home, you'll transform into paper shapes with
I
distinct
like the
abilities,
art style. I don't like the frame rate.
including a paper airplane, a nimble frog, a hardy armadillo, and a powerful ape. Master the art of folding when Hirogami arrives on PS5 later this summer.
I promise you this will be a PlayStation Plus game.
Sid,
I say
why
that
don't
about
you
every
tee
game,
this one
but
up?
I'm telling you
Thanks,
that one
Sean.
will be.
The Hot Shot series has
Not
been
on
with
launch,
PlayStation
but
from the very
eventually.
beginning, and its latest installment, Everybody's Golf Hot Shots, boasts its largest character roster ever. Compete in courses from 10 different
Now, do you
regions
get to see each
around
other
the
swing?
world,
Because that would be
each with weather effects and
very
new
important.
nighttime
for
variants.
co-op.
Everyone's just invisible and you just
Pre-orders
shoot the
begin
fucking
later
ball
today.
at the same time.
And those who do will get Bandai Namco's iconic Pac-Man as an early unlockable character.
Oh, that's a selling point for me, but otherwise sounds kind of cool.
Everybody's Golf Hot Shots drives onto PS5 September 5th.
I miss like
That's a
old
lot.
school. Yeah. I miss like old school
Ninja Gaiden Ragebound
arcadey
is a
golf games.
challenging new entry in the long-running action franchise. From the makers of the Blasphemous series, Ragebound stars dual
Oh, yeah, I
protagonists
forgot they're
from rival
making it.
clans, forced to combine their souls and skills against a demon uprising.
It's pretty smooth.
Yeah, it looks good.
And longtime fans will really love the pulse-pounding soundtrack featuring guest composers from the original series.
It's like a proper action game. Man.
It's way smoother than that fucking Bloodstained game. Actually,
Ninja Gaiden
kind of
Ragebound
interested in
arrives
that.
July 31st on PS5 and PS4.
That's pretty soon.
From the game bakers, Cairn is a survival climbing experience where you must carefully plan your
Another
ascent
PlayStation
up a
Plus
deadly
game I'm
mountain.
curious about.
I say, actually, I'm kind of intrigued by this one.
Yeah, I think it looks neat.
Manage balance and stamina to discover secrets.
Hey! Hey, wait for me!
Encounter other climbers.
I'm Marco. Nice to meet you.
And survive the harsh conditions of the climb.
It'd be interesting if whatever those things are called, the ropes or whatever, was like a checkpoint system where you can only fall so far to get to a certain point.
You can give it a try yourself with a demo that arrives later
Oh,
today.
cool. I'll do that.
True.
That's all from us. but there's still a lot of state of play to come.
This next
I got more to
reveal
say.
comes from the game preservationist at Digital Eclipse. Nothing can prepare you for their next collection, arriving later this year.
We knew pretty early on that the game was fun to play. People were excited about it.
The most rewarding part of it is just seeing people react to it.
We knew that we were onto something.
It was such a shock to see this game. I was like, I can't believe this game exists.
Well, that's a lot of them.
It became something that added to the mystique of Mortal Kombat brutality.
We're showing you a part of a world that is much larger.
Sadly, I probably only if I were to get it to play Mortal Kombat 1 and 2.
There was no template to make the games. It's a bit of the Wild West.
Every part of that game is an expression of who we were and what we wanted to do.
Flawless victory.
It's pretty cool. Oh, I saw this.
Oh, yeah, me too. Who's actually making it?
Yeah, I don't know. I'll wait for reviews. Oh yeah.
This is you.
That guy? No, he's close. Where did he go?
We've lost sight of the enemy. Find him. We're under fire. Enemy position unknown.
Loading like this? It's a revolution.
All right, Commander.
Baby.
Yeah, they're just spraying everywhere.
Oh yeah.
You won't get away from me. Time for you to taste some real pain.
What's the matter?
Yeah.
Over here.
It's kind of what they've been lacking in the last like 2 trailers, so just showing off like big moments. Spoilers for anybody who never played this game back in the day, but it's a little late at this point. Oh yeah. I'm so glad they're bringing like this part back.
Like the silliness?
Just the fucking Ape Escape part, because like Ape Escape, I assume Sony or somebody owns that. Konami? Who the fuck owns Ape Escape?
I assume Konami, since.
But
I don't think this game's
it's
exclusive.
no one's making Ape Escape anymore, so it's like fucking just interesting they didn't even bring it back.
Yeah.
Spirit stones. Shining stones imbued with humankind's
This is the other one
never-ending
I got spoiled
dreams.
for me.
Since time immemorial, this power has been the impetus for human wars.
Nioh?
Such
Nioh.
an ominous atmosphere, and one thick with the presence of Aratama.
What makes a shogun? Here is my answer.
For a while they were like kind of making these little games, trying things out, but I'm glad they're like supporting Nioh, because
Yeah.
like Nioh's just fucking solid.
Oh, yeah.
Like for a while there, I was like, it's like the best not from software Souls-like game.
Yeah, it has like enough of its own identity.
Yeah.
So
because it has, and we've talked about it a million times, but like Team Ninja has a long-lasting pedigree in action games. So of course they can do it very confidently. But yeah, Nioh 2 are fucking great.
Yeah, 2 is just improving in all ways.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to this for sure.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I saw that on Twitter. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Who might you be, warrior?
Tokugawa Takechio.
Same, bro.
What a coincidence.
Early, yeah. Early 2026.
チーム忍者の安田です。戦国シニゲーシリーズの最新作「ニオー3」をついに発表させていただきました。今作のアクションはシリーズおなじみの侍スタイルに加え、新たに忍者スタイルを追加、より多彩な戦闘を楽しめます。ステージもオープンフィールドとなり、探索や攻略の自由度や没入感が大幅にアップしています。本日よりプレイステーション5で体験版を配信いたしますので、ぜひプレイしてご意見をいただければと思います。2026年の発売に向け、続報にもぜひご期待ください。
I didn't expect them to drop a demo that early on.
Yeah, it's
like,
pretty quick.
If it's coming out next year, that's crazy. I gotta download that.
No one knows how old the city really is.
I do.
For me, it's all I've ever known. My whole world.
Who?
I was raised in this city's shadow. Free to take whatever I need to survive.
Stealth game, interesting.
I gotta buy a PSVR too, because fucking there's just like games that are only on there.
This city
which is
hides
smart.
many lost and legendary treasures.
Because there's been a couple games now.
Locked away.
No,
waiting
IDOS.
to be
is,
found.
Oh, Tomb Raider.
Waiting
What?
to be taken.
IDOS was Tomb Raider.
Yeah, but Montreal did Deus Ex.
Some
Mankind
treasures
Divided and shit.
come with more
There's your
trouble than others.
I don't remember.
PSVR 2 games only on there.
Oh, I've seen a couple games now that are only on there that
And who are you?
Oh, I thought that sounded like Adam Jensen for a second. I've seen a couple games now that make me want to get one.
I think they're on sale for the PlayStation sale that's happening right now. So I know PlayStation Pros are like $50 off right now.
But she's keeping it safe in her tower.
Vibrant.
Yeah, this is colorful.
Market Land seems a bit tense today. I
Here's
heard something
Milestone
happened
on
with
the way.
another
That's kind of nice.
Damn it. It's gone. Someone beat us to it.
The guy.
Okay,
Ever
I like
since the Great
multiplayer.
Flood, Elland, my dear planet, has been dying. Plastemia has taken everything from us. But you Tidewalkers are all connected.
A little concerned at first with the colors, but
And it's up
they
to
don't
you
need
now
it.
to use that power.
This is our new recruit!
Please, help me.
Tidewalkers. Will you help us?
It's an interesting concept. If they can nail it, it'll be pretty cool.
I don't even know what they're trying to do. I mean, they're giving like little hints here or there, but I have a hard time conceptualizing.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm
it
saying.
is.
I like the idea that like potentially like you could be affected by other people's actions.
Hi, I'm
while
Nicholas
going through the
Duse,
story,
the game director of
but,
Astrobot.
like it has to like obviously feel good, otherwise it's just gonna be way too gimmicky. So
Yeah, I think it's interesting that they're making a multiplayer game. It's not just like an action combat. I mean, there was action sequences
sure.
there, but it's not just like a versus game or like a pure like co-op like just straightforward experience. Like there's an idea there.
Yeah,
So that,
yeah.
I mean, I would like to see more and know more about what you're going to be doing in that game, but it sounds kind of interesting. So
It's a
plus the art
pleasure
style
to be
was
back today to share more news with you.
vibrant.
For the last
Yeah.
few months, it has been in the world of Astro. Astrobot
still
launched
play
last September to such encouraging feedback, even receiving a few orders we are truly grateful for. In October, we added 5 speedrun levels, followed by a Christmas special packed with festive surprises. And then
Yeah, you
earlier
pick it
this
up.
year, the Vicious Void Galaxy made its appearance, adding yet more new challenging levels, all of which came at no additional cost. And today, I am pleased to announce that later this month, you will be able to enjoy 5 brand new challenge levels in Astrobot, bringing the total to a whopping 90 planets. And new special bots will be there too, including Atsu from Ghost of Yotei, alongside other fans' favorites, but these ones are a surprise.
Good.
And
Don't
finally,
reveal them
the
all.
Astrobot DualSense wireless controller will return later this year, with a slight twist, so be on the lookout for more news coming soon. From all of us at Team Asobi, thank you all for the amazing reception you gave our
slight
game,
twist.
and enjoy the rest of the show.
My old man always said to me, he told me to get a shift.
A lot of games in this presentation have like really strong visual styles.
Yeah.
It's kind of refreshing.
Just got a shift.
It's like another take on Sea of Thieves Star Wars.
Is it multiplayer?
Sound of the waves. It always sways, it always strays. Standing on the beach all day. Whoa, 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 whoa.
It looks nice.
What the hell is that?
Damn. That ship fucking turns on a dime.
Yeah. They all look like puppets.
Looks interesting.
I need to know like gameplay stuff. This is probably fast for me. Yep.
Could have fucking told you that. I like how it's just a very fantasy fucking Tony Hawk.
On a rocket sword.
Yeah. Looks cool, but again, this is another PS Plus game. Sword of the Sea. Looks neat. I like the visual style. I like the general flow, although it reminds me a lot of Journey.
Hi everyone, I'm Kristen
What's
Zatani.
up?
That was a new look at Sword of the Sea, a visually striking adventure from the team behind Abzu and the Pathless. We're excited to announce that Sword of the Sea will launch this summer into the PlayStation Plus game catalog.
I was just gonna start.
On June 17th, Remedy
Good.
brings otherworldly action to game catalog with FBC Firebreak. In this cooperative FPS set in the paranatural world of Control, you and two fellow agents must confront and contain the reality-warping chaos found within the
Ready
oldest
for it.
house. Fun in short bursts or deep dives, FBC Firebreak launches day one into game catalog on June 17th.
A week away.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
The PlayStation Plus Classics catalog welcomes several new titles this summer. The PS2 version of legendary immersive sim Deus Ex arrives June 17th.
The Conspiracy?
In July, Twisted Metal 3 and Twisted Metal 4 join the service just in time for the second season premiere of Twisted Metal, which arrives July 31st in select
Make a new
countries,
one.
including Peacock in the US.
Stop being fucking cowards.
Additionally, two of Capcom's most beloved games from the original PlayStation are set to join the Classics lineup. Resident Evil
Sick.
2 and Resident Evil 3 will arrive later this summer in the Classics catalog. Additionally, Myst and Riven will arrive later this month as part of the Days of
Sick
Play
for somebody
celebration, running
else.
now through June 11th. Days of Play is a 2-week event that includes bonus PlayStation Plus content drops, great deals on software and hardware, and more.
Oh, yeah.
Visit
that's what he was
PlayStation
talking
Blog and PlayStation.com.
Oh, I know
for
all
full
about
details.
this because I bought fucking Unicorn Overlord.
Yeah.
For $30.
His parents
go
cut
check. I
their
have some
own
stuff on
rope
my
to
wish
save
list.
him. He watched them fall, then found his way off that mountain. He was 11 years old.
He then started a grand tour of every major boarding school in Britain.
Always at the top of his class.
This
Always
is
at
the
odds with
new
authority.
Bond
Same
game.
thing in the Navy.
His superiors all praise his instincts.
And they're all in need of early retirement. Nobody knows what to do with him, Mom.
No, and I suspect he feels the same way. But what he did in Iceland...
What he did in Iceland was insubordination. It was ill
I've
discipline.
been curious about this. It's being made by the same people who make Hitman.
He only survived thanks to
Oh,
blind
okay.
luck. Give me one good reason
Glad
to
to
put
see
him in the
them,
program, Mom.
Doing well. 'Cause they
I think you
went their
just
own
covered
way,
them all,
so.
Greenway.
I
It's
know.
really quite
I
simple.
saw someone playing it
Bond
recently.
is
I
a
realized how
bullet
much support
without
they
a
get. That game.
target.
Oh, yeah.
Let's
There's a
give him one.
shitload. Is that Bond?
Looks like it.
So they're just doing their own?
Do you have an appointment?
The name's Bond.
James Bond. He's with me.
And you are? Don't think we've had the pleasure.
Now let's not get ahead of ourselves, James.
Is that the Colonel?
Oh, you shouldn't have.
It's a Colonel.
We're facing a situation of the utmost delicacy. I need all my pieces on the board.
009 is a master manipulator.
Okay, so yeah,
Whatever
it's
the end
right up
game
their
is,
alley.
we won't see it coming.
You're right up your alley.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not even that interested in, like, a James Bond game, but them making a game I'm interested in, so.
Yeah. Well, then also, like, Hitman was full of all sorts of, like, different kinds of gameplay styles. So.
Sure.
To hell with that. Tell me, what do you do, James? Lately, headhunting.
Not in love with their James Bond, but gameplay-wise, it looks like a game I would play. I'm also curious to see.
I'm kind of interested, to be honest.
Yeah. I'm also just curious to see them do something else. So, even though it's not that too much of a departure.
I suppose this is another teachable moment.
Yeah, I mean, it looks interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
I just don't look at that guy and think Bond, but that's fine.
Hello, I'm Hakan Abrak, CEO of Iron Interactive. The team is thrilled to announce 007 First Light. You'll experience James Bond as a young air crewman in the Royal Navy. Before the tuxedo and the martinis, as he first steps into the world of espionage, striving to earn his 00 status. Everyone at Iron Interactive has poured their passion and dedication into crafting an experience that honors the legacy of Bond, harnessing our 25 years of agent expertise. This is just the beginning of our journey with 007, and we can't wait to share more with you soon.
Play the shit out of this.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I know the people who are just like with the single player, which is great. I also want to play that. Will hate this, but I hope they have the multiplayer that the last game had, because it was really fucking cool too.
Right.
You're still with me?
Some dingy teeth, bro.
Okay. Sick. Looking forward to that.
Okay.
Another fighting game.
That's
Looks like it. Vibranium, yeah.
Are they making a Marvel fighting game? I don't like Marvel, but I like art.
I'm glad they're at the point where they can get a big game like that.
Interested.
It looks like a fucking fighting game of theirs.
Yeah. Super attack fighters, but
and I'm not surprised I'm saying this. It looks pretty decent.
Oh yeah.
Normally, if I saw a Marvel fighting game, I wouldn't really think too much of it. I mean, I'd be honest if it looked good, but that they're making it, I'm like, even if I'm not really into Marvel stuff that much anymore, fucking, their fighting games are always good. Jesus.
Ooh, a busy trailer.
4v4?
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's fucking wild.
Will definitely be action packed. That could be awesome.
It's interesting that they're speaking Japanese and the name's Tōkon. Like, that's really interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, it looked pretty cool.
Yeah,
I also like that it had its kind of its own style. What?
プレイステーションの友人から急になんか飲みに行こうぜっていう連絡が来て、なんのこっちゃと思って、予定合わせて行ったんですけど、ちょっと飲んでる中で実はアークの方でマーベルの格闘ゲームを作ってみないかというような提案をいただきまして、いや本当に聞いた時はびっくりしましたね。で、世界的に本当に有名な IP ですし光栄だなと思いつつも、まず本当にうちの会社で大丈夫かなという不安もあり。
It's like one of the 3 companies I think could.
I'll say Guilty Gear's on like its 5th year.
Yeah, I think if anybody could handle a big property like that, it'd be them, fucking Capcom.
The inspiration for working on this project really came from a place of pure fandom.
Not maybe with the way WB's managing things these days, but
sure, but they have the resources.
With this vision to bring Marvel back to the forefront of the tag fighting genre. And that got us really excited because we had worked with them before on successful stuff like the Marvel Spider-Man franchise with Insomniac.
When it came to approaching Marvel, you have to kind of first float the idea and let them know, hey, we're thinking about approaching a company like Arc System Works to make a fighting game. We'd love to partner with you to do this really great collaboration. Would you be interested?
When they named the developer, that really perked up our ears. It's always refreshing to work with a team that will take on the challenge of tackling Marvel, putting their own spin on it, and they're just uppercutting that challenge into the stratosphere. And that's what you get with this team. I mean, they couldn't make something boring if they tried.
社長からも本当に作れるんだったらぜひやりたいでっていうことを言われました。話を受けてしまった以上これは私がプロデューサーなのかなっていうところで。
The tricky thing is that most fans, including myself, see this as a sacred genre for Marvel. The tough part is finding a partner that's crazy enough to take on the task, because you either do something like this big and bold, or you don't do it at all.
I feel like I have a good grasp on their art style and how they would approach certain IPs. You come in with your kind of own expectations of, here's what I would expect to see from Arc System Works when they take on a Marvel IP. And what came up was something that went beyond that.
一番最初にマーベルさんに提出した時はなんとなくマイケルさんの反応はあんまり芳しくなかった印象があって、何がまずいのかなっていろいろこうやっぱり直接話していくうちにもっとアークのやりたいマーベルを見せてくれというような話をいただいたことがあって。
I remember personally the first time I saw Iron Man was really when I felt we had something special.
It's cool. They wanted them to put their spin on it because that was the first thing I noticed. I was like, it has like its own style, which is fucking cool.
I love how they saw Marvel characters. I mean, that's our character, but
yeah.
Iron Man is supposed to be the sleek fighter jet. Think luxury race.
Which makes it interesting for me, somebody who's,
house.
The Marvel brand's not going to sell a game to me.
Him just felt really naturally at home.
Just based off the brand.
One of the mantras that we have for this project is from Japan to the world, and really trying to take not just the IP but gameplay mechanics and say, what can we really take from Japan, the creators that are doing awesome work here, and bring that to the global platform.
特別なところいっぱいあるんですけど、本当にやっぱり強調すべきは、格闘ゲームのチームバトルの中では4対4というのがまず本当に意欲的で挑戦的なところだというところと。
When Arc looks at these Marvel characters, it's not simply just the visuals, it's also the gameplay mechanics and adding in that, what is that pop? What is going to be something that's different? Up until now, you've seen tag fighters that have 2v2, 3v3. We felt like we just had to go 4v4. And in doing so, we found a lot of unique and fun ways to change up the gameplay that I think players are going to be very excited to see.
今回4対4という革新的なところにチャレンジしている中で4キャラクター練習しないと勝てないんじゃないかと安心してください。
Learning 4 characters is extremely daunting, but the team at Arc System Works has found a way to design a system that adapts to your playstyle. So you can either duke it out as just the leader and 3 assists, or you can tag in your assists to swap the leader and change the matchup on the fly.
Interesting.
I don't think a lot of people thought this day would be here, would come. This has just been an awesome journey, and I'm excited that we get to be able to share it with all the fans out there.
I'll tell you right now, a lot of fighting games, they never get to experience this level of production. And it's just a dream to even be working with these two great partners.
それは決してビジネスという枠組みではなくて、それぞれの強い思いの中でこのタイトルを成功させよう、いいゲームにしてファンに届けようと。
The three companies have come together to do this, and I think we really are going to make something magical here.
このタイトルですね、まだまだ開発途中ではありますが、続々とキャラクターも発表していきたいと思いますし、キャラクター以外のコンテンツというところも今後いろいろ出ていくと思います。今しばらく楽しみにお待ちいただければなと思います。Stay tuned.
Went from curious to pretty interested.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty excited for that.
You're still with me?
So this is just like Japan's making games. That's the industry. It's like Western developers are going down and fucking Japan's just making all the games and indie developers.
Yeah.
It's fine. I like to see it, but except for I guess IO Interactive, but. It's a good mix of 2025 and 2026 games.
Yeah.
Considering we're halfway through 2025 already, which is fucking crazy. All right. What do we think?
And I already kind of figured this was gonna be the case anyways, but I like, because obviously we're filming this late. I've already seen reactions to it, and the very typical like people didn't get to see what they wanted to see, so they were disappointed in it. Type of thing.
Yeah.
And like upon watching it myself, that was a pretty good state of play for me.
I think it was pretty solid. Yeah,
they
I was interested in almost everything that they showed.
Yeah, they showed a bunch of stuff that even if I'm not necessarily the audience for, I still like was intrigued by what they showed. There's a lot of like really interesting titles that were shown off in this. Even like some of the like you had kind of brought up, there's a bunch of these like vibrant games, but typically when they do that, you have that like, I hate to use the phrase, but that Fortnite look, and a lot of them actually did like not only go for that bright, colorful, like cartoony look, but also had a really nice, unique style to them as well, which is usually my biggest complaint with games like that, is they look almost generic.
Yeah.
So. And then, and like that Ninja Gaiden game, right? That's not something that I'll play, but like it looked pretty cool. So, and big highlights for me. Final Fantasy Tactics is going to be a must-buy. Nioh 3 is a must-buy. I'm probably going to get that Marvel game because I love Arc System Works, and it looks pretty solid. I also like that they were just given creative freedom that makes me very interested in it.
I like that. I also like that, it makes sense when you're handing off your brand, you're hoping to make money, but to be controlling of it, because obviously you have to handle in a way that you can't hurt your own brand if you hand it off to somebody else, but at the same time too, you're kind of doing yourself a disservice if you don't allow somebody who has such a bold style to them to have their own flair. So it's kind of like, if you feel confident in the person doing the job for you, you got to let them do their thing. And that's what kind of felt like what they're saying. Obviously they're saying what sounds good, but it sounds like that's legit, like that they were like, you guys make really crazy games. You show us what you would do.
Yeah, I mean, as an example, like Guilty Gear just released a character, and like it's funny because they've obviously been working on that game for so long. You can tell it's a newer character. The animations on it are like crazy compared to like some of the older characters in the game at this point. So, but that. Thank you, Pragmata. I'm still like, I need to see like a gameplay footage of that like game. It showed some obviously, but like it looks pretty interesting. Ghost of Yotai is a must buy. First Light looks interesting, and I'm not a James Bond fan really. That's Sea of Remnants. Is that what that was called?
Sea Remnants.
Sea Remnants.
Unless it says
I'm curious, but they didn't say enough about the game.
They didn't say shit about it.
Yeah. Lumines or I think it probably is Lumines.
Lumines, Luminous.
I like Tetris Effect, and so I don't know if I'll necessarily buy that like day one, but if it's a good price, I might pick that up. Romeo's Dead Man was intriguing, even though I don't know what the hell's going on in that trailer.
There's a couple trailers in this whole presentation that were like, it reminded me of like PS3 era, PS2 era, where they were like making crazy games that didn't really make a whole lot of sense, but they just had like so much character to them. Because even Pragmata, like we're getting a little more characters now, like in that trailer that we watched, where we actually saw them talk and interact. Before it was just like concept stuff, but it still is like really weird and out there stylistically. So
and then I don't remember the name of it, but there's that one multiplayer story game. That is such an interesting idea, and I really want to like see what that is even going to turn into. Tides of Tomorrow. Yeah, that looks it's such an intriguing idea. I just don't know like if it's going to be good. So
it's fair.
Yeah, and then the Thief game looked pretty interesting actually. It's nice to see a VR game that's not just a gauntlet fighter or like mini game extravaganza thing. So it looked pretty cool. Yeah,
I think I was interested in everything that they showed.
Figured,
which is kind of wild. I can't think of anything that they showed that I wouldn't consider picking up or that I don't have interest in. I think the least interesting thing, not to poo-poo it, I guess, but is that Bloodstained game looked like okay. It did show two characters on screen at once, so if it's a cooperative, like Castlevania-esque type game, I would be into that because I think it'd be kind of cool. Other than that, though, it looked fine. But like that Digimon game, I thought looked okay, but I think that's kind of backed by actually having played the Cyber Sleuth game now and thinking, it definitely had some weaknesses, but
some stuff you did like.
It had some stuff about it I liked, and I'm like, I would like to see a modern version of this that just is a better designed game. That Sea of or Sword of the Sea game, it looks like Journey, but like it looks like a cool fresh take on it. I like the visual style, and they do some really cool stuff when it comes to music and visuals, so I'm sure it'll be an awesome experience. I don't know if I would go pick that up, but like I'm sure it'll be on PlayStation Plus, or did they say that was coming?
Well, it's going to be at the very least the more expensive tiers. I didn't catch which tiers it would be in.
Tides of Tomorrow, I would like to know more about it, but as a concept, it sounded interesting. I'm day one buying Metal Gear Solid 3, of course. The Mortal Kombat collection, I'm out of the loop on the newer Mortal Kombat, so I'm not really like a Mortal Kombat guy, but I love the original games.
Yeah.
A whole collection sounds cool, and I don't know if that was just promotional material or if that's like interview stuff that might be in the collection that we saw during that trailer. That'd be kind of cool to get some behind the scenes stuff, because I'm sure there's just endless stuff to talk about when it comes to the legacy of Mortal Kombat, because it's one of the most... I don't think now, but it's obviously throughout the 90s and 2000s one of the most like influential brands out there in terms of like changing the landscape of what you can do in video games when it came to like violence and shit. So
it's also
one of the biggest names in fighting games. But
it's one of the like earliest games that like broke out of just being like talked about by people in the hobby and like was talked about by like the world.
The news, it was a big deal. So there's plenty to talk about when it comes to the series and where it came from. So so that'd be cool. Final Fantasy Tactics, I'll definitely be picking that up. Looks cool. I'm really excited that they have voice acting in it. I wish they would take a lot of those older games and just add like voice acting to it. Something super simple, but it would add some depth to already great games. But to have, and you argue like, well, what's the problem with reading? Well, you can read, that's fine. But like, I feel like that kind of argument, because I've heard people say stuff like that before. I'm like, oh, I add voice acting to these older games. We're like, oh, they don't need them. What's the problem with adding, like voice acting? Not necessarily that you don't have to read, but that they could add depth with the performances.
Sure.
I mean, that sounds fucking awesome.
I don't even know how you could have like an argument against it.
I've seen people say before, it's like, oh, don't fuck with the classics. You don't need to add voice acting. Just
play the classic then.
Yeah, exactly. That's my thought too. So Yeah, I've seen people say that. I'm like, what are you arguing about? Like, just fucking mute it then. Just play it that way. I think it'd be fucking awesome to play a classic game like that, but have new ways to experience it. See Remnants, I'm definitely intrigued by. I have no idea what the hell it is. It's a pirate game, obviously, but I don't know what you're supposed to be doing except for sneaking up on people and hitting with swords. But it looked kind of cool.
Straight up, if it is like a Sea of Thieves like game, right? But it has less emphasis on the PvP part and maybe more actual objective stuff to do in it, I would be interested because I think Sea of Thieves is fun, but I just don't really care to play it because I don't feel like I'm doing anything in it.
Yeah. Well, it's a game that your experience with your friends or what you're doing is the fun. So if you're not having an adventure and you're just like hopping on to do something, it doesn't have that kind of vibe to it. So, So I mean, we'll see. It's one of the games I think I need to see more on. Romeo is a Dead Man. Was very intriguing to me from the very beginning with the weird, extreme situation happening, the art style, the many different visual things happening, like the backpack with the moving person on it, and just a lot of really cool stuff. That game was definitely right up my alley. Nioh 3 is day one buy for me. I don't even have to see more on the game. I'm ready to buy it. Lumines, Lumines, let us know in the comments. Are you a fan of that series and you know how it's pronounced? Please spell it out. Don't guess. Just if you know, let us know. I like Tetris Effect a lot. I think it was really fucking cool.
Yeah.
That instantly reminded me of Tetris Effect. And then they're like, we've worked on Tetris Effect. I'm like, oh, cool.
Right.
That looked interesting. I'll definitely want to play that. So that was cool. Silent Hill F, I feel mixed on. I don't want to be too judgmental because it's been long enough that I need to let Konami try to make a non-mainline Silent Hill. One that's not like 5 or 6 or whatever. The ones in the past I fucking hated. I love 1 through 4. But maybe this won't be good. I'm feeling mixed because graphically I think it looks good. I do kind of like the designs of the monsters and stuff, even though they feel a little safe. But the lack of and people are going to disagree with this because visually it's horror, but nothing looked scary to me. It was just scary designs of enemies, but it was like people just hitting each other in brightly lit rooms. There's nothing scary about it to me personally. Nothing terrifying, nothing oppressive about it. It was just but I'm glad they showed combat because we hadn't seen that yet. I was curious about how that's going to work and it looked fine. So, I'll try to remain open-minded, but I am feeling I'm still in the market of buying it, so I
feel like you're gonna pick it up just out of curiosity, regardless. So
it's been so long with Konami. I still have a lot of apprehension, but they knocked, and Bloober did it, but they allowed Bloober to knock Silent Hill 2 remake just out of the fucking park, and I was judgmental as fuck on that game, and it completely changed my mind. So maybe this will do it as well. I'm gonna be open-minded. Pragmata looks interesting. I need somebody to sit down for 15 minutes and talk me through it.
And just play the game.
Yeah, just tell me what the fuck is this game because we saw it's pretty straightforward action game, but it's really weird. So yeah, I'd like to see more on that. Ghost GOT day one buy easy. Tōkon went from a Marvel fighting game. Oh, Arc System, that's interesting. Oh, this is more their game with Marvel branding than a Marvel game,
basically.
Than a Marvel game that they were because money had to just make the way Marvel wanted. So, another Arc System game. I'm down, and I think it sounds interesting, especially the 4v4 thing. That's pretty crazy. So, and then 007 First Light. I think the cutscenes looked kind of meh, but the gameplay looked interesting. If that was actually
pretty similar in that regard, though.
Yeah.
So
yeah. But Hitman, is its gameplay is so replayable because it's such a sandbox. So
do so much.
So I'm really curious to see how they go about. Hopefully, you're able to go about doing missions in different ways, and that'd be right up their alley. So I wouldn't be surprised if they did that. I just hope they do that because if you're playing as a spy an agent. Hopefully you can stealth through. Hopefully you can do like some espionage stuff, do some sleuthing, do some hacking, or just guns blazing. It wouldn't be that much of a departure from Hitman.
Yeah, I wonder if they're gonna do like they do in Hitman and like do like challenges that you could do like weekly or monthly or something like that, where you can unlock like stuff for your character and stuff like that too. So
maybe Hitman seems to be doing well for them. They keep supporting it. So
yeah.
But
they've done a good job of making it into like a service too.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. Which I was worried about at first, but now I think they nailed it.
Yeah.
But them getting a big brand like 007. It's also back in the day when I was younger, like a 007 game coming out was kind of like exciting. And I think that's because GoldenEye was like just fucking legendary.
Big, yeah.
But there's a couple decent ones that came out after that. None of them were as good as GoldenEye, but there's a couple good ones. So I'm kind of curious to see somebody in modern times try to make a game like that again, because nowadays it would just be like a third person fucking Souls-like, or fucking not 007, but just games coming out like a shooter. Like to see somebody making like a spy game again.
Well, this is also like an original game, right?
Yeah. That's an original Bond.
That's what I'm saying. Like
the
whole thing's original. It's not like based off a movie or anything too, which is like even more of a perk, I'd say. In
gives them more freedom to fuck around,
because it's not locked behind like having to be something else. So outside of Bond, right?
Yeah. So I mean, I'm definitely interested, and I like the dev. So I love the dev. So that adds more to it for me.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, I think this was a really solid state of play. I know me and you are weird when it comes to state of plays, because we typically like them much more than the vocal people of them.
I don't need it to only be Grand Theft Auto 6 or
Grand Theft Auto 6 or Red Dead Redemption 3 or fucking the next Spider-Man game or
etc.
God of War. Yeah. Which would be great. I'm not opposed to those things, but realistically, I a lot of people, and I'm jealous of them, they play less games than I do. So I have like so they get to focus on like the kinds of games they like, and it's like I think that's why they get more like, oh, I only want to see this or let me see that. But like I play too many games to my own detriment, and so I'm interested in more types of games. And so I see a plethora of indie games, AAA games, AA games, weird, quirky, fucking Romeo is a Dead Man type games. They're all interesting to me. So
yeah, and I don't even play, especially as I'm getting older, I don't play as many like types of games anymore. But I still find it very impressive what people do with different genres and stuff like that.
Well, so. as a creative medium, gaming, if you're interested in it, if you're interested in gaming, this stuff should be interesting. If you're not, maybe that game's not for you, but like it should be interesting to see what people are even creating in the landscape now.
Yeah, exactly. So
yeah. So overall, good presentation. It did not feel like 55 minutes. I wanted to play basically everything. We got 2 demos out of this that are out. One's out now.
Yeah, Nioh's out.
Yeah, which is crazy.
There's another one.
There's another one I think that was out as well. I'll have to go back and
they'll have a demo section on PlayStation. So
yeah, that's pretty cool. So really good presentation. Really liked it. I'm gonna give it a soft A-. I thought it was super solid, without any giant reveals.
Yeah. Okay. I think A- is fair. I was thinking A, but you kind of have a point with like outside of like for me Tōkon's or Tōkon is a pretty big reveal, but that's not no, it's not as big as they announced.
It wasn't like mind blowing.
Or like that, right? So I think A- is perfectly fair, because I did enjoy the entire show. So
yeah, there's nothing weak about it. We got an IOU for Ghost of Yote, but I'm looking forward to that. So
yeah, it's gonna be awesome,
because we didn't really see much on that, but they have a whole presentation coming with that.
Especially because like Ghost of Tsushima was like a game I was interested in, and then I played it, and then it was a game I just like fell in love with. So
yeah. So you said A- as well?
Yeah.
All right. So we both really liked it. Let us know in the comments, what do you guys think about this state of play? What were some of the biggest highlights for you? Anything you're super interested in? Anything you thought didn't look that good? What do you think about the whole presentation? Did you like it? Did you not like it? And what were you hoping for? Grand Theft Auto? Or something more specific? And how do you say Lumines?
It's probably Lumines.
I think it's Lumines, yeah. Something like that. Could be Lumines, though, maybe, because it looked like there was like weird things popping.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let us know in the comments.
So who knows?
Yeah, they like to play with our language. And yeah, let us know what you think about in the comments below when it comes to this state of play. And stay tuned. We will be doing tomorrow night Summer Game Fest. And then I think Xbox has the thing coming up as well. I haven't heard anything about anyone else. But Ubisoft is like trying not to collapse as a company. So they're probably not going to have a presentation.
I feel like EA is in a similar boat. If it wasn't for...
that's what I said.
For... what's that dev called? Hazelight, I think it is.
Hazelight and fucking Respawn.
Yeah, well, and Respawn's kind of iffy these days too. So.
Sure, but I mean, their Star Wars games are well received.
Yeah.
But yeah, if there's any other presentations, we'll keep an eye out for that. But I haven't heard anything on that, so stay tuned for those. We'll be reacting to those soon. And if there's anything you want us to watch, let us know in the comments below. But I would say this has been Chevy. And thanks for joining us. And until the next episode, we'll have a good one, guys, and take it easy.